In early 2020, the LFA launched Sitting Pretty, a design competition in collaboration with Network Rail. The competition invited people to consider engaging and imaginative seating solutions that can maximise the underused public space within station. We caught up with each of the winning designers to find out the story behind the benches. Here, Josh Hayward and Luke Brennan-Scott from Hyelmo tell us about their bench, Beluga.
Hi, my name is Josh Hayward and I founded the design practice Hyelmo.
Hi, my name is Luke Brennan-Scott and I collaborated with Josh on Beluga. We started with looking at what had previously won these London Festival of Architecture bench competitions, and there was a fun, playful pop art side to them that we really wanted to explore, as well as looking at how people interact with the world around them when in public spaces. Part of our initial process and our initial thoughts towards the bench were not just to do with the form and the sustainability of it, but how people interact with it and how people interact with each other within London stations. The opposing seating with enough room for 2 people per opposing seat was really designed and scaled in order to encourage multiple groups of people to use the bench at once.
We've tried to make a product that doesn't look hostile, but actually through its design, it's meant to be comfortable, but not so comfortable that it would encourage you to dwell on it for a particularly long time.
We're not so naive as to think that our bench will solve problems like people talking to strangers in stations, and we don't believe that it will necessarily be able to make people have those interactions, but we wanted to create a space and a facility that allows for that to happen.
The other key principle we wanted to work with was the sustainability angle. Having looked at the way street furniture is produced and implemented in train stations and in the public domain, they all involve quite intensive manufacturing processes and have a very high embodied energy and a lot of waste material involved because they particularly utilize steel components. And what we really wanted to do was work towards something that could be not just an improvement in terms of the environmental factor, but actually be carbon neutral and completely sustainable and engage with the circular economy of materials. So that's why we moved towards 3D printing, because it allows us to create an object with zero waste and working with the types of materials like PLA or recycled PET, there is an opportunity to actually, at the end of the life cycle of the item of furniture, you can break it down into the raw materials and produce the next generation of furniture from the same material.
There's other benefits as well when it comes to sustainability, in that the transport and storage of materials and your ability to respond to demand are much greater, and you can produce your products far more locally just by sending a digital file to your local 3D printing facilities. So we really do see it as the future in terms of more sustainable, more open source, more accessible design. This method of printing has not been broadly used for public seating before and provides a lot of flexibility. It creates a bench that you can produce in any number of colours or arrangements and can be adapted to any number of spaces, making it suitable not just for Victoria Station, where we've chosen to implement it, but any number of other locations.
To see images of the benches or to find out more information, head to lfa.london/stations.